powerful. He's so vicious. Like his one-punch power at 135 is like nobody else's in the division. Like the way he starches people is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets so much torque and power into his punches, and he's so fast that he covers ground and his uppercuts, they're just devastating.
Yeah, for sure. I think I can stop him. I'm much quicker than him. He's much stronger, much bigger, but we just gotta wait and see until we get in there and test the waters.
One Joe Rogan looked genuinely shocked when Gervonta Tank Davis walked into the press event. Ahead of his exhibition fight with Jake Paul, instead of his usual compact, shredded frame, Davis looked heavier, stronger, and more muscular than ever before. Rogan, who's seen countless elite athletes up close, couldn't hide his surprise. It wasn't just admiration, it was disbelief. The kind that hits when someone shows up looking far beyond expectations.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy is so unusual.
Yeah.
His style so unusual, and his patience.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician, Mexican style, and the fight was very close before Tank stopped him. But he has that power that can end it.
He finds these openings and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient. Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he probably has the lowest punch count in the early round. But he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence in that.
During the face-off, Davis seemed to downplay his new build on purpose. He didn't flex or strike intimidating poses. Instead, he stood calm, arms folded at times, slightly turning his body as if to hide how much bigger he'd become. But even through that subtle posture, his transformation was impossible to ignore. His shoulders were thicker, his chest broader. The message was clear. This wasn't the same Tank fans were used to. Joe Rogan later pointed out that Jake Paul's moves are more about promotion than pure competition. He explained that these kinds of fights are built to grab attention to pulling casual fans, with unexpected matchups rather than pure boxing merit. Rogan said Jake understands the business side of entertainment perfectly. He knows how to turn a fight into a viral event, how to dominate headlines, and how to keep his name in the spotlight, even when the matchups don't make sense.
That was Jake Paul promoting it. You know, it's just doesn't bother me.
There's compromising the sport, and that's like bad. It's just like
if I bet on it, it bothers the fuck out of me.
Watching it with people who are so in on it, and then also the sports betting apps, they introduced like chat apps in them in Australia. So it's like they're trying to take the place of social media companies where you go together and you meet your friends. Like betting should be exciting enough without having a weird.
They're just trying to draw you in. Thing. They're just trying to make money, right? So they're trying to draw you in any way they can.
Yeah.
For Tank Davis is a natural lightweight, usually fighting around 135 pounds. Jake Paul, on the other hand, has fought near the cruiserweight limit around 190 pounds in his recent bouts. For this fight, they've agreed on a shocking catch weight of 195 pounds, confirmed only after intense discussions between both camps. That weight difference alone had fans questioning what kind of fight this really was.
We were yelling so much about him fighting someone, fight somebody your size. His next opponent is by far the most credentialed guy ever fought actively in his prime. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds. He fights at 135 pounds.
Because of the massive size gap, the exhibition rules are far from standard. Both fighters will wear 12-ounce gloves heavier than what Tank normally uses in his division. That change might sound small, but in boxing, it completely alters the fight's rhythm, power, and timing.
The Jake Paul versus Tank fight is getting really weird. Gervonta looks scared for his life because the rules are out. They're crazy. Oh, so everyone thought that the fight was at 190. Instead it's at 195, and this weight difference is scaring the life out of little Tank.
Over 10 3-minute rounds.
The next dispute comes with the gloves. Little Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Baby glove. This fight will be in 12. Hands might be too small. Also, Tank just fought in a 12 3-minute round fight against Roach.
Yes, and now he's fighting in 10 3-minute rounds, which isn't too bad. Well done, Jake.
Exhibition though, can he win?
Yes, he can actually win. It will be overlooked by 3 sanctioned judges.
So he can actually still win and knock him out.
But here's the trick. It's body punches only.
And there's a reason. That's because Tank said, look, this is a bit unfair. I don't want to punch up. I want to punch at my head height. Where does it fall?
At Jake Paul's belly.
Oof.
So apparently we've heard there's no knockdown rules, but aside from that, it's a pretty well-rounded fight. Oh yeah, and there's some drug testing involved.
But Jake Paul for the win.
Tank's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, expressed concern about the change. He said heavier gloves reduce damage a bit, but also change how punches land, how defense works, and how combinations flow. Ford made it clear it's not just about weight or size, it's about rhythm and instinct. And those instincts might feel off with equipment Tank.
My only concern is, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s, so he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be an expedition. What, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these prescriptions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Tank don't really care, So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So again, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s. Then we got to fight.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas also reacted to the face-off, and his take was brutal. He said the size difference was so extreme that Tank would need a ladder just to reach Jake's chin. Atlas acknowledged that boxing is built on skill, not size, but even he admitted the gap here looked ridiculous.
Right? They should also have like the size of the ring, the size of the glove, all that stuff. Particulars should be in the contract, but I would probably look for one thing that is not the common thing to have in a contract if I'm Tank. A ladder. A ladder. Can I get a ladder? Somebody? You know what I mean? Hey, look, if he hits him on the chin the way he can punch, Jake might be doing a dance. You know what I mean? Not voluntarily either. But we'll get into that more later. The thing that I'm talking about right here is what you said. It was stark. The size difference was really, you couldn't ignore it. We understand the talent difference, the experience difference. We understand all of that. But the size, the pure, and we understand small guys can beat big guys. We just saw Crawford do it to Canelo, but a little different. The size difference was, it was eye-catching, jaw-dropping. And it made me think, and I'm gonna ask Richie, our man here who's doing all the taping, who does such a marvelous job. I'm gonna ask him, because I know he's an expert in this area, but it reminded me of one of the Rocky movies where they had the face, where they did the wrestling thing with Rocky and Hulk Hogan, AKA Thunderlips. He was Thunderlips back there. And I thought I had it right, and it was confirmed to me it's Rocky III.
And UFC President Dana White didn't hold back either. He criticized Jake Paul for handpicking opponents and avoiding real size-based challenges. White compared Gervonta to Floyd Mayweather, saying, Tank hits harder than Floyd ever did. But even with that power, Dana warned the size difference might be too much. He said straight up, you guys need to fight people your own size. His words hit like a jab sharp, simple and brutally honest.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. He's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then he starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. He's very explosive, and man, he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power. So much confidence in his power.
He just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with Tank, you know, these fighters. You got to be aware 15 rounds. I know you're going 12, but you got to think you're going 3 more because one slip, one mistake, and it's over.
Yeah.
You know, so hats off to Tank. You know, he's a great, talented fighter. But again, he haven't faced the top elite fighters in his division.
Right.
You know, so we want to see Tank against, you know, somebody his size, you know, at the elite level.
Yeah.
And I believe he'll do good because, you know, he got the skills, the power, he got the ring IQ to do good. But we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, he's also wild. He's a wild fella, so he's fun to watch. You know, he's just a crazy dude, you know?
Yeah. Coming from Baltimore, man, I think that's just his upbringing as well.
Yes, for sure. He's just so unique in his approach. Like, you know, he doesn't fight like anybody else.
Yeah.